Hey there, Matthew coming to you from the Moser channel here in St. Louis, Moser, where we search the scriptures daily to see if these things are so. Every now and then I run into a liberal or a Democrat seems to push this crazy idea that Jesus was a liberal or a Democrat. They say, he was too compassionate to be a conservative or a capitalist or whatever. Well, let's see what the Bible has to say about this. Know the perfect place to go. We're going to go to the parable of the talents. And we're going to start at Matthew chapter 25. And the verses start at 13. Jesus is talking to his disciples. He's telling them to watch and be on the lookout, because you'll never know when the master is going to return, right? Because Jesus was going away for a while, and then he was going to return within the lifetime of his disciples, of course. And so he was telling them to be on the lookout for when he returns. And so here we start at verse 13. Watch then, for you are not aware of the day, neither the hour, for it is even as a man traveling. He calls his own slaves and gives over to them his possessions. And to one, indeed, he gives 5 talents. Yet to one, 2. Yet to one, 1. To each according to his own ability. And he travels immediately. Now right there, think about that for a minute. Jesus said that this ruler gives over his possessions to his slaves to watch while he goes away for a while. And he gives 5 talents to one, 2 to another, and 1 to one. So right there, and it says that he gives the talents based upon their ability. So right then and there, cancels out any notion of liberal Democrat policy or philosophy, because the one with the least ability would be given the most, according to their policy. According to Democrat policy, the one who has no ability would be given the most, right? But here, the one with the most ability gets the most to begin with. So we continue. Now, being gone, the one getting the 5 talents trades with them and gains another 5 talents. Similarly, also, the one with 2, he also gains another 2. Yet the one getting 1 talent, coming away, excavates in the earth and hides his Lord's silver. Now, after much time, the Lord of those slaves is coming and settling accounts with them. And approaching, the one getting the 5 talents brings to him another 5 talents, saying, Lord, 5 talents you give over to me, lo, another 5 talents do I gain with them. Now his Lord averred to him, well done, good and faithful servant, or slave, well done, thou good and faithful slave. Over a few were you faithful, over many will I place you. Enter into the joy of your Lord. Now approaching, the one getting the 2 talents said, Lord, 2 talents you give over to me, lo, another 2 talents I gain with them. His Lord averred to him, well done, good and faithful slave. Over few you were faithful, over many will I place you. Enter into the joy of your Lord. Now approaching, the one, also having gotten the 1 talent, said, Lord, I knew you, that you are a hard man, reaping where you do not sow, and gathering whence you do not scatter. And being afraid, coming away, I hide your talent in the earth. Lo, you have what is yours. Now answering, his Lord said to him, wicked and slothful slave, you were aware that I am reaping where I do not sow, and gathering whence I do not scatter. It was binding on you then to be depositing my silver with the bankers. And on coming, I should recover what is mine together with interest. Take away the talent from him then, and give it to the one who has the 10 talents. For to everyone who has shall be given, and to and he shall have superfluity. Yet from the one who has not, that also which he has shall be taken away from him. And the useless slave cast out into the outer darkness. There shall be lamentation and gnashing of teeth. So what part of this has anything to do with Democrat policy or liberal policy or liberal mindset or anything like that? The one who was given only one, based on his obvious lack of ability, didn't do anything with it. He was not productive. So that which he had was taken away from him and given to the one with 10 talents. Right? If Jesus was a liberal Democrat, everybody would have gotten the same to begin with, right? And then the one that was productive would have had whatever was taken away from them and given to the one who was not productive, right? Because that's what liberal Democrat policy does, is it takes from the productive and gives to the unproductive. Whereas what happens in this parable is the non-productive one gets whatever was given to him to be in charge of, taken away from him and given to the productive one. Probably so he can produce more. So we see here that Jesus, it has nothing to do with liberal Democrat policy. He wants productive followers. He wants productive slaves. The unproductive are cast out. So, leave your comments. Let me know what you think. I'd like to see someone try to justify that Jesus is a liberal Democrat. Have a good day. Be blessed. Thank you. Jesus is Lord.